Good morning, Katie. See, Mr. Sandeen's joined us. Hello, Mr. Nichols. Tom looks like he's on the line. Megan Honey, Ted. Who else am I missing? I better go to my other view. We have 10 participants on the line now. So with that, is it not? It's 10. Let's go ahead and get started. Call the meeting to order. As always, thank you, Jeff, for preparing the agenda and keeping me in line. And I would like to defer running the meeting again to you, Jeff. And so with that, welcome everyone. It's another very full agenda. We're going to try and move through and have you out of here by noon. So go ahead, Jeff.
All right, thank you very much. Perhaps because we have a moment to let people join, we could individually introduce ourselves. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, do you want to call on people?
Okay, sure. We'll start with Supervisor Williams, perhaps, if he is nearby. Good morning, Ted.
Great. And I think that was the introduction.
Perfect.
Thanks, everyone, for making the time.
Yes. And we have our guest, Keith Grunberg from Hunter Communication. So perhaps you could give your title and a little background.
Hi, Keith Grunberg with Hunter Communications and Technologies, LLC. The Director of Carrier, Wholesale, Government, and everything one-off for Hunter Communications, it seems like. So I've got a background of over 30 years in the telecommunication industry. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sure. How about Superintendent Hutchins?
Good morning, County Superintendent of Schools, Michelle Hutchins.
And Supervisor Haschak.
Hey, good morning, everyone. John Haschak, their district supervisor.
Appreciate it. Tom West.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Great to see you. And then we'll go to Calvin Sandeen.
Everyone, Calvin Sandeen, Sonoma County Economic Development Board and administrator for the Sonoma Mendocino Economic Development District.
And Brent Blazer of Office of Emergency Services in Mendocino County. If you'd like to say a word.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry about that. I had it on mute. Brent Blazer, OES.
Thank you much. I see, well, Darcy Antle is joining. I'm trying to do this. I see Sheba Brown is on the call. She's from Congressman Huffman's office. Try to do it. Good morning, Sheba. We're just saying hi to everyone. So you'll have that opportunity. I don't mean to delay this, but I see Darcy has joined from the executive office. Good morning, Darcy. Additionally, we have Megan Honey, who is also from the executive office as a Civic Spark Fellow.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we have Paul Garza from, perhaps you could give your various titles.
I'm a member of SMED and chair of the West Business Development Center Board of Directors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mike Nichols.
Also a member of SMED and a member of Access Sonoma Broadband.
Excellent. Katie Gibbs from the Broadband Alliance Steering Committee. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Much appreciated. And anyone who I may have inadvertently omitted, Brian Botari is joining us from Comcast.
Brian Botari from Comcast. Sorry, not on camera.
No worries. I believe that may have covered everyone, but if I forgot anyone, please speak up now. Okay, much appreciated. And so, bringing up again here's the agenda in a different form. And so following the next topic is just grant opportunities, but within that topic, we're going to focus on the CASF implementation projects, and that's where Keith comes in and talks to us. So in general, there are a lot of broadband opportunities, and we are eagerly pursuing them and tracking and following the legislation as the rulemaking processes unfold with regard to how we can tap into those. I think that I could provide this background slide that outlines maybe 10 different grant opportunities in alphabetical order. Within the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA, there is quite a bit of opportunity, including, I mean, the Emergency Connectivity Fund has $7.17 billion for the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program largely, but other programs as well. And in an earlier meeting, I indicated that the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program has already reached the 1 million subscriber mark, and I think that that is old data, so it's probably easily twice that. I think that in the American Jobs Plan, there's a whole lot of money, and the president has highlighted the need for future-proof broadband, and I think that that fits with our planning for underground fiber optics. The trend is toward that, and there is quite a bit of detail, but I want to rush through much of this and then open it up for discussion and questions. Again, the CASF grant that we have applied to for our 158 million in Project 1, and with all 3 project plans, the estimated cost is nearing 500 million. I have already discussed the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program, and you'll see in front of you briefly a list of what I believe to be participants in that program specific to Mendocino County, but that list could grow, or details might show other carriers or difficulty subscribing to those individual carriers. So I think that the NTIA announced yesterday more details about the $1 billion that they are making available to our tribes for broadband infrastructure. We are tracking the World Digital Opportunity Funds, and I think that just yesterday there were more details about kicker funds as applies to Mendocino County. Several of the winning bidders are getting additional monies through the CPUC to augment their plans, and we're vetting those participants to see how their plans align with Mendocino County. Additionally, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has a bunch of money that they're making available for ongoing projects, ongoing grant opportunities. I have not done a whole lot of research on the elementary and secondary schools emergency relief funds too, but I know that the schools are getting considerable amounts of money, and Michelle might have more detail about how that applies to Mendocino County. But this is an ongoing grant opportunity that is formulaic. They give a certain amount of money based on the number of students and the demographics of the region. And so with that, before we go into greater detail on the CASF grants, with Keith providing some background, I'll open it up to questions or comments, because I have glossed over this briefly. There's a lot of detail, and I don't want to spend more time than is needed. So I open it up to questions. And I see somebody's put something in the chat.
I was just going to ask, I have a 10:30 meeting I have to jump into for CSAC.
Right.
Jeff, you had mentioned that in the beginning, I might be able to just give or if the next update isn't too long, then I can just give my update earlier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just a pause. We approve and amend the agenda. So, and I glossed over that item. There, in addition to Calvin's time constraint, there may have been somebody else that also had some limitations. So let's see who that other person might have been
That's
and then get to Calvin. Oh, right. Thank you, Sheba. How much time have you got, Calvin? How much time do you have, Sheba?
I can be quick. I can give my update in 5 minutes or
That works. Okay. Very well. Thank you. Go right ahead.